welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Happy New Year! I can't believe we are in 2025 now. How mental is that? 2025. Like, I feel like last year just absolutely flew over, and I know that we say that every year, but last year was just a whirlwind, absolute whirlwind. But I thought my first video back for the new year, basically I need to start implementing my New Year's resolutions. I told you about my goals for 2025 a couple of vlogs ago, and one of them was that I wanted to become more productive. So in order to do that, I feel like I need to basically have a little bit of an order about how I'm doing things. Obviously, I've just shown you kind of what I've been doing this morning. Most things that I've seen on the likes of Pinterest or Instagram or whatever YouTube video that I've been watching about becoming more productive, it always says to wake up early. And to be fair, unless Emmanuel is off work, then I do wake up early. I pretty much wake up the same time that he does. He'll get in the shower and I'll wake up and pretty much 6:15 this morning, and I feel like that is a good time. The only times that I don't get up at 6 a.m. is when Emmanuel is off work, and that I would say is probably once or twice a week, which I don't think is too bad. So I would say that 5 out of 7 days of waking up earlier is pretty good going. That was obviously something that I'd already implemented like way before starting my productivity journey, as that's what I'm going to call it. But I think one thing that I was severely lacking was the presence of a to-do list. Everything that I've done this morning to get myself ready, you know, gone in the shower, I've done my steps already, as you saw. I feel like getting those steps in the morning is definitely something that's going to help me going forward. Once you've got that little bit of exercise and like endorphins running, I feel like that sets you up for a good rest of the day. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't walk 10,000 steps this morning. I think people don't realise when people say, oh, walking 10,000 steps a day is really beneficial, etc. It is, don't get me wrong, but nobody seems to grasp just how far 10,000 steps are. So this morning I did around 3,000 steps just to give me a little boost, basically, because obviously I'm going to be pottering on around the house and things today. And I think another thing with the 10,000 steps is that when you work from home, or if you don't have a job where you're up and about or you're up and active, getting those 10,000 steps in is quite difficult. Most of what I do during the day, I would say, is probably sat down. So I'm either sat editing, or like right now I'm sat filming. Unless I make a conscious effort to go out for a walk or get my walking pad out, then I don't think I would do that many steps, to be honest. But this morning so far I have clocked, well, 4,190 steps so far, and that's from doing around 3,000 on the walking pad, and then another 1,000 I've just been doing pottering around the house. I've just been doing a bit of cleaning and stuff. I didn't do that on camera, which I probably should have, but either way, it's done now. So getting my steps in has really given me a boost of energy to just get things done. I've got a load of washing on. I'm just doing the towels and the bath mats and things just after my shower. So that's already on, and we've got the whole day ahead of us, because I feel like sometimes when I'm in the unproductive mindset, I pretty much waste my day. I really do waste my day. Sometimes it'll come to 12, 1 o'clock, and I'll constantly be saying, oh, I'll do it in half an hour, I'll do it in half an hour. Why am I not doing it now? But one thing, like I say, I was severely lacking was a to-do list, because in my mind, I have things that I know I want to do either during the day, or I'll think of them the night before, and then I'll not write them down. But by the time it comes to doing them, I'm like, oh, what was it that I needed to do today? First things first, I'm going to write a to-do list for today. I like to use my reminders app. I did used to have an app called, it was Structured, the daily planner. I used to have that, and that used to be really handy for me for setting time frames on things. Sometimes I found that when it was giving me reminders like, oh, you need to go do this now, I'd be busy doing something else. I'd be like, oh, I'll do that later, and then I ended up going against what my Structured app said. So I feel like the Structured app is really good for setting time limits for things. So for example, if I wanted to do a house quick speed clean, I could pop it on my Structured app for like 30 minutes, so then it would tell me when to start, and then I could schedule that in for like 2 till 2:30, and it would schedule in for that. But at the moment, I actually quite like using my reminders app, just so I can see what's going on, so then I can just tick them off as and when I've done them, and there's not specific times that I need to do things. I just know that I need to do them, basically. So let me write out my to-do list for today, and we will go through it. Okay, I have written out my to-do list now on my phone, and on it we have the washing first and foremost. I mean, that is already half done. It is in the washing machine. and washing. So once that's done and I can put it away and things, and then I can take that off. I need to change Billy's litter tray. I need to hoover the living room. I need to answer my emails. I need to edit. I need to wipe down the living room table and discard my flowers, because I did get some flowers obviously from Emmanuel for our anniversary, and that was 2 weeks ago now, and unfortunately the flowers are no longer with us. So I need to discard the flowers and wash out the vase, etc. I do like to write really specific things on my to-do list just so that I don't forget anything, because I know that I could just say like sort the living room out, but I like to know what I'm doing in the living room specifically. So I'll like look around the living room and just say, right, I need to discard those flowers, I need to wipe the table down, I need to hoover, and I'll write each one of those down as a specific task. And it gives me so much more gratification and satisfaction to take each one of those off, because it feels like I'm getting more done. So that's just me. Let me start off with that lot. But he's just been outside. Oh, you're freezing. You've only been outside a couple of minutes. Goodness. God, it must be freezing out there. Although this morning we did have frost and the car windscreens were all frozen over, so oh no.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay. It's like you're my personal Illuminati. I know that some might say that I am just a bad girl, but if you treat me right, I will be the best girl in this whole world. No, I'm not gonna fight. I got my hands on your body, so tell me what you want me to do. I can be good or be naughty, because there ain't nobody love you like I do.
It seems such a shame to get rid of these. I know that they're literally crispy. But I think I'm going to leave them, you know? I feel like I'm going to leave them a few more days just to enjoy them, even though they are pretty dead. Yeah, we're going to leave them there. I can't get rid of them. They were just too pretty. Something rather exciting has just landed. It is very relevant to today's video in terms of building healthy habits, in terms of my New Year's resolutions, in terms of getting new hobbies, or should I say reigniting old hobbies. And what has just arrived is my new dance shoes. In case you missed the last couple of vlogs, or I think I've mentioned it in 2 vlogs about how I used to do dance, but basically I haven't danced properly or been to a dance class for 15 years. I used to do ballroom and Latin American, and one of my New Year's resolutions was to get back into that, and I found a class, and me and my sister are going tonight. It is a intermediate/advanced class, and I feel as though we should be all right. My problem with a lot of things is that I can remember things like physically. I can remember how to do certain moves and things. Naming those moves, not a clue. And I'm very much the same with musical instruments. When I was growing up, I played musical instruments, and I could remember how to play them. Now, if I got given like a flute, I could play a flute, and I can play the piano. Reading sheet music, gone, completely gone. And I did that for years. I got like quite high up in the grades as well, and I have no clue how to read sheet music now, which is mad. I'd wonder whether there's something. I've always been more of a practical person over a theory person. So like, for example, my driving test, I failed my theory first time and then passed the second, but I passed my practical test, like my actual driving test, like within 8 weeks of getting behind the wheel. So, and that wasn't even an intensive course, that was just doing like 2 classes a week. But granted, my dad did take me out. But that's, why am I going off on this tangent about like driving and stuff? Anyway, my shoes have arrived and they are so pretty. Look at my new dad shoes. They are exactly how I remember them. I feel like I had these ones when I was last dancing. They don't change much, I've got to say. Do they? And I've got 2.5-inch heels, because I kind of thought, I think I did at one point go up to a 3-inch heel when I was younger, but I think these will be a struggle. But we'll just have to get used to them. But these are my dance shoes. Yay! So pretty. The dance class is actually tonight, so these have arrived just in time. And I can't wait to put them on. I've got my socks on. I mean, they're the right size. I'm thinking I might need to put another hole. Yeah, I think I might need to put another hole in the thing, but woo! I can't wait to go now. This is so exciting. My sister's picking me up at 7 and the class is at 7:30, but I'm not going to film it. I know that you guys have asked over on Instagram, and I think in a couple of comments you guys were saying like, oh, bring us along this journey and blah, blah, blah. And I think I will. I just want to get the vibes of the class first. Like, I don't want to be like, hi, I'm Jess and this is my camera. I'm going to be filming you all. Like, do you know what I mean? However, I have signed a waiver to say that I can be filmed for their social media. So maybe it works both ways. I don't know. But I'm not going to take the camera tonight. I'm just going to get the feels for what the class is like. Yeah, very exciting. My new dance shoes. They smell like new shoes. Can't wait. Can't wait. But yeah, back to my tasks. So I can now tick off, hang on, I can now tick off hoover living room. Oh, I wiped down living room table. He's very needy today, Billy. Washing is currently being done. Litter tray, it needs doing still. Discard flowers, I'm going to take that off. That's because they're not getting discarded. So I can add that back onto my to-do list for another day because I don't want to get rid of them yet. So yeah, I think I'm going to go and answer my emails and stuff now and do a bit of admin and maybe start editing this vlog, who knows. I think another healthy habit that I need to implement in my life is to drink more water. Emmanuel has even cottoned onto this and said that I basically just don't drink. And I've got to say, a lot of the time when I complain about my skin, how dry it is, how like, you know, I mean, my skin in general is quite good, I would say. I do keep on top of my skincare as a whole in terms of like cleansing, moisturizing, toning, serums, etc. But all of that is pointless if I'm not staying hydrated. So I've got my big boy out, my Stanley dupe. I've got my Stanley dupe out and I am aiming to drink at least 3 of these today. I am actually on the second one of these now. So I need to keep on top of this. Don't get me wrong, I'm peeing all the time, but it's important. Hydration is so important. I've also just taken my hoodie off because I'm absolutely boiling. I put the heating on before and I don't really know why. I was feeling a little bit of a chill and immediately punched the heating on and now it's too hot, so we're good. So yeah, hydrating is definitely going to be another one of my healthy habits that I'm going to try and improve on this year. I feel like sometimes there is a lot of emphasis on being the most productive we can be, being the healthiest we can be, being the, I don't know, the best that we can be. But then I just wanted to also mention that it is perfectly okay to have those slump days rotting on the sofa. I can guarantee you the most productive people and the most successful people in the world will have those days where they do literally nothing. There's a quote that I read somewhere and it always sticks with me, and it is, if you don't choose a day off, your body will choose it for you. And I think that is so accurate when it comes to things like burnout and just being exhausted. And I do feel like sometimes I have those days, which I don't know whether it is necessarily burnout, but I do have those days where my body just will not allow me to do anything. And I think if you don't select days for yourself to just relax and unwind, then, like I say, your body will choose it for you, or you'll get ill or something like that, because it's all connected. So if you feel like you need just a complete lazy girl day, have the lazy girl day, stick a series on, don't move from the sofa. I definitely have those. It has just gone really dark outside, but I've just been spending some time. I've made the thumbnail for this video, and I've also actually been making myself a little vision board. Now, in terms of vision boards for me, I know that some people like to kind of put them up somewhere or like something that they always look at, but for me, I like to set something as my background on my computer and on my iPad. So I've set this as my background, but basically I've got just a little vision board, which is just a few pictures that I've pulled from the internet of things and goals that I would like to kind of remind myself of. It's nothing that, it's not like my like resolutions, as it were, that I really want to achieve, like specific things. It's just kind of an overall, like, this is what I want my life to look like kind of thing. So I've created one of those. If I give you a little run through, I'm just going to pop it on screen so you can see it. But basically it's all very kind of growth orientated. Start in the top left. We've got to stop waiting for everything to be perfect, to be happy. And I think that I wasn't intending on finding something like that, but that came up on my Pinterest and I thought, you know what it is? That just sums me up to a T. Absolutely sums me up to a T, so that had to go on there. Because sometimes I think I get myself in this mindset where I'm like, I can't do this until this has happened. Like, I can't be happy until I've achieved this, and so on and so forth, basically. Let me pop a big light on because I feel like, I don't know what's going on. I think we're about to have a big load of rain. There we go. I've also got in there, just next to there, it's just like a cash wallet. I'm not going to start my cash stuffing again, by the way. If you were here for that kind of era of my life, cash stuffing doesn't really work for me anymore because not many places accept cash anymore, unfortunately. But I just want to continue saving money, essentially. I want to be in a good financial position. At some point, me and Emmanuel want to move house because this place was great for me to get on the property ladder, and it was great for me. And it's fine for me and Emmanuel at the moment, but it is small. We're going to keep saving money to basically buy a bigger house at some point. Then just below that, you'll notice that we've got the 100,000 subscribers YouTube plaque now. I've been doing this for like 4 years now, and I'm absolutely astounded by the amount of followers and subscribers that I've got already, and I just want to continue growing. Basically, I just want to continue to reach new people, to, you know, try and make new friends, grow this community, and just make it something great. Do you know what I mean? So that is on there. Then we do have the picture of the hair, which is, it's not me saying that I want to go that blonde, but I mean, it would be nice. That is lovely hair, but that is just me saying that I want to grow my hair. Basically, I want to grow my hair. I also want to get back into writing a lot. I say back into, I don't write as such at the moment, but there's something that I think I would like to write about. Take that as you will. Some of you might click on as to what I'm talking about, but there's something that I want to write about. No idea whether it'll go anywhere, but I just want to write something out, and just kind of try get into a bit of writing, as it were. Then just under the growth picture, we've got obviously like a gym kind of set up. Someone's at the gym, and that is just the same as me. I just want to keep up with my exercise and just, you know, things like that. Above that, that is very much for me like a productivity style photo, you know, writing things out, planning, etc. And that, obviously, I've told you guys about my productivity goals and things for this year, so that kind of represents that. Then under that, we've obviously got the wedding dress. Now, that is not my wedding dress. My wedding dress is not like that. It's just a photo of somebody in a wedding dress, basically. I'm not going to put a photo of me in my wedding dress on something like this in case Emmanuel saw it or in case anyone saw it. So that is just a photo of a person in a wedding dress, because obviously I'm getting married this year. Woo! So yeah, that is on there. Then we've got a little quote saying, dream big, work hard, stay focused, and surround yourself with good people. I feel like this has been kind of a thing for me over the past like 4 years or so, is just to kind of knuckle down and like mostly surround myself with good people, because I think I've done a lot of learning when it comes to kind of the people around me and who deserves to be in my space and who doesn't, etc. So just remind myself of that. Then above that, we've got the house keys. Again, that's to do with wanting to move house at some point. And then above that, again, that is more of like a productivity photo. Then to the right, we've got kind of like a shadow of basically skincare. Want to keep up with my skincare. And then we've got a little quote that says, someone out there needs your writing. Now that is similar to the fountain pen in the bottom left. Like, I feel like what I want to write about will help a lot of people. Yeah, so that was to do with that. And then obviously we've got the phone with like products and stuff. And that is more for me thinking about how I want to focus on like short form content as well. So more TikToks, Reels, even uploading to shorts and stuff on here. I just want to do a little bit more with that kind of side of things. So, but yeah, that is my vision board, as it were. And I think it's very, bizarrely, they're all kind of a similar colour scheme, but it kind of fits around what I want to be doing over the next kind of 12 months or so. And it's just going to be on my desktop for me to look at, and it's also on my iPad. So I've got it as my iPad background as well. That is my vision board. But I think I'm going to leave this vlog here because I've talked a lot. I'm hoping that this is the start of me becoming a more productive, healthier, happier, just all round happier person, as it were, because at the end of the day, what are we doing all this for if we're not going to be happy at the end? Let me know if you've learned anything. Let me know if you are planning your own little vision boards or whether you've set your healthy goals. I know that we've talked about resolutions and things before, but if you've got a specific, more like centered, like healthy habits goals, then let me know what they are as well in the comments section. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, go hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, baby, let me love you.